New Braunfels is one of the fastest growing cities in the entire United States. And at the heart of it is Vintage Oaks, one of the most sought after addresses in the entire Texas Hill Country. Homes here are going pretty fast and buyers are paying a premium to get in. But not everything you heard about it is true. In today's video, we're gonna go over the good, the bad, using real market tips, insider information, and definitely things that a brochure will not tell you. Let's get after it.
All right, let's set the stage. Vintage Oaks is a 3,900 acre master planned community in New Braunfels, Texas. And when I say master planned, I mean every curve of the road, every tree line, every amenity was designed with a specific lifestyle in mind. Most lots here are 1 acre minimum in most of the sections, up to 5 acres plus in some areas. And that is absolutely unheard of in most master plan communities here in Texas. It's got a hill country stone architectural style with some stucco and Mediterranean accents mixed in. It really feels upscale, but definitely not over the top, in my opinion. There's no city taxes in Vintage Oaks, so you can save thousands every single year just by living in the subdivision. It's Comal ISD schools, so parents love it, and investors know if they do purchase a home here, it will get their resale value on the higher end. I'll never forget my first drive into Vintage Oaks back in 2017. I had a couple relocating from California. They're in the back seat. We just got some iced coffees. Everything was quiet. They're listening to me talk about the subdivision. And then when they saw the clubhouse, the wife literally gasped and said, "Is that a lazy river in the neighborhood?" Absolutely it is. And now they live here full time, and their kids practically live in that lazy river from May until September. You see, Vintage Oaks isn't just a neighborhood, it is a statement. When people say they live here, it carries weight. And that prestige factor, it's part of what drives the prices and part of the reason you've got to know the numbers before you have to buy. But here's a twist. For every person who calls Vintage Oaks their dream home, there's someone else here who got in without really understanding what they're buying into. And unfortunately, they learned the hard way. We'll get into those a little bit later on. So location-wise, Vintage Oaks is in a sweet spot. You're right on the Texas wine trail, minutes to local wineries, 15 minutes to Green, Texas, 20 minutes to San Marcos, and you're under an hour to Austin or San Antonio. That's prime hill country accessibility. And on the outdoor life, you have the Guadalupe River for tubing, Canyon Lake for boating and fishing, and Landa Park for picnics and walking trails if you want to go down there, but you have all that built right into Vintage Oaks anyways. On the amenity list, here's where Vintage Oaks really shines. You have a Tuscan style clubhouse. So think wine country meets hill country. You have an Olympic pool and a lazy river, not just for the show, but it gets real use all the time. I've been in there multiple times and I absolutely love it. You have a fitness club, which has around 100 classes a month, sports courts for basketball, tennis, and soccer, 5 miles of walking trails through the green belts and under the live oaks. And one time I had a client who told me, "Rob, the lazy river is just a gimmick." Fast forward 6 months, his kids had logged more hours in that thing than he had in his home office. And now he says, okay, you were right. It's not a gimmick, it's therapy, which is absolutely true. This isn't just about having amenities, it's about using them. And Vintage Oaks also has wine clubs, bunco nights, hiking groups, outdoor concerts, and holiday parties. But here's the catch. All of these perks just don't attract buyers, they create competition. And competition can drive up prices to the point where you've got to be strategic. And this is where I'm going next. So let's talk real numbers. Vintage Oaks is one of the most expensive addresses in the Texas Hill Country. Here's the breakdown. To get in here, it's pretty much in the low 400s. Typically, you're gonna get those in the smaller lots in the Grove section as soon as you come into Vintage Oaks. The midpoints are anywhere between, I'd say, 800 to 1.4 million for custom homes on about 1 to 2 acres. And as a matter of fact, one of my listings right now in Vintage Oaks falls within this category. It's in the gated section of the Bordeaux part of Vintage Oaks, and it's a Mediterranean style retreat and has it all, with full solar, in-ground pool, and direct connectivity to the trail system. And there's also uber luxury properties from 2.0 million all the way up to, you can imagine, with panoramic hill country views. People see a big lot and a pretty view and they think automatically it's a good buy, but I've seen buyers overpay by $50,000, $80,000, even $100,000 because they didn't check what similar properties have actually sold for. I literally had a buyer ready to sign on a 3-acre lot that was priced $130,000 over other similar lots. Was it a gorgeous view? Absolutely. But we pulled the comps on it and the actual resale premium for that view was right around $80K. That's a huge bullet dodged right there. We saved them tens of thousands of dollars on that particular lot. And that's where we hit the biggest trap people fall into when buying in Vintage Oaks. It's not about what it's worth to you today, it's about what it's worth to the next buyer that's gonna have that property. So there are some buyer mistakes to avoid inside Vintage Oaks. Mistake number 1, not reading the HOA rules. Here, you can't have any detached casitas in most sections of the subdivision. RV parking rules may vary, so you're gonna wanna have your agent check into that for you if you're looking at a property here. Mistake number 2, underestimating the build cost. We've helped 3 clients build in Vintage Oaks, and let me tell you, it's the hill country, which equals rocky terrain and expensive foundations. You have to have a builder you trust, and I'll have more on that in just a little bit. Mistake number 3 is ignoring the septic. Most lots have a septic here in the subdivision. So if you're building a home, you better factor in between 15 to 25K in installation cost. Mistake number 4, assuming all lots are equal. You have different slopes, different tree coverages, road placement, and sunset exposure matter. I had a quick story on this. I had a client who thought they could clear all the oak trees for a bigger backyard. Well, the HOA said no. They had to redesign the whole floor plan and delay construction 6 months. That's why you absolutely have to read the fine print first. So how do you buy here in Vintage Oaks without falling into some of these traps? Let's get into that now. Step number 1, partner with a builder who knows Vintage Oaks. Avoid those terrible nightmares and permit delays. One of our favorites is working with the award-winning KC Custom Homes, who has put multiple custom homes in the subdivision and has a flagship model that is just out of this world, where you can find the sales team by appointment. When looking at builders for your dream home in Vintage Oaks, you have got to put these guys at the top of your list. Step number 2, negotiate your lot pricing. Sellers do make concessions even here. Most people will go in lower, and I highly recommend that. Step number 3, think resale from day 1. Floor plan flow is greater than just flashy upgrades. Step number 4, time your entry. November to February often sees softer prices. I had a buyer get a 1.5 acre lot for $35K under asking in January. That same lot would have gone full price or higher probably in May, June, or July, those special summer selling months. So if you want space, views, and a sense of community with a place that holds its value, Vintage Oaks delivers. But if you're chasing a quick flip or looking for bargain pricing, you'll be certainly disappointed here. For most, the value is in the lifestyle. The morning walks under the live oak trees, the Friday night wine tastings, the lazy river floats in the pool that I talked about. That's what you're buying when you're coming to Vintage Oaks. So if you're thinking about making a move to Vintage Oaks or anywhere in the Texas Hill Country, scan this code on the screen. We'll walk the lots, we can run comps, and we can make sure that you're making the right move for you and your family's goals. And hey, if you learned something today, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the next great community here in South Texas. Catch you on the next one.